So, Jadon Sancho has put in an absolute brilliant performance for Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League semi-final first leg against Paris Saint-Germain, putting in an absolutely brilliant display of dazzling dribbling to give them the advantage in the first leg. And this performance has got Manchester United fans speaking and thinking whether he deserves a second chance. So today we're going to look at whether Sancho deserves a second chance at United, or is his United career done and dusted and it's time for him to look into the next chapter of his career. Well, I think we all know about the Jadon Sancho saga very well. It all started during United's first matchup against Arsenal at the Emirates, in which Jadon Sancho was left out of the squad and United had a 3-1 defeat against the London team. When asked in the post-match interview, Erik ten Hag simply said that he did not train well or did not train enough for him to be implemented into the squad, therefore him being dropped from the team squad entirely. That was a simple enough suggestion to Erik ten Hag that he wasn't quite keeping with his standard, and I don't see anything wrong in that personally. I've had the likes of Jose Mourinho call his players outright viruses. I've had the likes of Sir Alex Ferguson stoning Beckham a boots. But I've had managers who are much more stern. So having a manager call you out for your training performance is not something that will lead you to come out and criticize him or blatantly call him as a liar as on social media. And that is what Jadon Sancho personally did. So this created a rift between the relationship between the player and the manager. But Erik ten Hag left open a chance for him to come back if he just apologized. And due to the pride and ego of a player like Sancho, he refused to apologize, hence him going on loan to Borussia Dortmund, and hence the performance on seeing in the Champions League, which might actually lead Dortmund to actually win the Champions League. We might never know. So I'll surely ask you, how come Sancho is tearing it up in the Bundesliga and he was struggling to replicate in the Premier League? This is number one: physicality. The Premier League have much more physical and brute players. Once you beat them, you need more than just speed and skill. So you need more than just skill. You need your speed, you need athletic ability, and you need endurance and stamina and strength. Sancho has the skill. He's obviously a technical player. He's brilliant on the ball, and we'll give him that. But he struggles to adapt to the physical aspect and the intensity of the Premier League. Not also that, the Premier League often does not give out the space that is enjoying at the Champions League or the Bundesliga. The Premier League is much more rigid, much more intense, much more structured than the Bundesliga, who are likely more likely to play open rather than the Premier League. So these are the factors that have aided him. You can say game time, you can say whatever, but take notes. Sancho has gone to Borussia Dortmund and he has had some good performances here and there, but still his total output in total of 18 appearances is 3 goals and 2 assists. Mind you, that is basically the same thing with Anthony, who has rotted on the bench for a long time to accommodate for the promising Alejandro Garnacho. So basically, is it just performance or do you also need output? Sancho is a brilliant player, but it seems that his ego and his character can't seem to go in tune with what Erik ten Hag and INEOS, by the way, are trying to build for the future. They are building a club based on culture, based on tradition, based on professionalism, and he doesn't seem to have that. So this is what I think is the end for Jadon Sancho's career at United, and quite frankly, I think it's the best for both parties.
Sancho and Tommy weren't here, they both injured as well.
No, Scott is ill, and Jadon was on his performance on the training. We didn't select him.